Alright, before we get started in today's episode, the website I use is linked down in my description, and that's what I use to find all the item spawns and their locations and the spawn percent chances. So, if y'all enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. Yo, what's up everybody? Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing a loot guide. I have a list of items I'm going to be going through. Just some people messaged me, commented about some items, and I just thought I'd make a guide on how to get just some of the stuff that's pretty common. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, everybody. So the first item on the list is the gas mask. It has a 1.9% chance to spawn in airdrops, the unbroken version. Other than that, as far as I'm aware of, you can only get the broken gas mask, and there's a lot of different places. First place is the fire stations. You can get them at the ranger towers, the police stations, and the militia spots. And at the police stations, you want to look for the SWAT zombies. They drop them. And then item spawn locations is fire stations, ranger towers, militia bases, and then the police station, like I just said. So I will go ahead and show y'all in here. I'll run through here. I'm sure there is a gas mask in here. Yeah, I have all the drops turned up for this, but yeah, there's a gas mask, a broken gas mask, and then there should be another one over here. Yes, and I had my most luck with getting the gas mask with the zombies that already have the gas mask on. I have the best luck. But I'll go ahead and show you how to repair it. You want 8 fiber, 3 rubber, and a filter. So you'll come to craft, and then it's right here. You go ahead and click craft, and then you get another gas mask. Alright, and now next on the list is the filters. I will cut to there. Alright guys, and if you don't, I also forgot to mention this, if you don't want to find the gas mask, you can also make a 3D printed gas mask. But you will need a 3D printer, which is obvious. It says 3D printed gas mask. Right here, it's going to cost 3 polymer, 1 3D printed filter, 1 glue, and it equals a 3D printed gas mask. The 3D printer is pretty simple to make. I don't know why I have overlapping mods on here. But it's going to be 3 steel ingot, 6 polymer, 2 circuit boards, 1 coil, and a vehicle battery, and you'll get your 3D printer. But yeah, alright everybody, next item on the list is the filter. It has a 3.7% chance to drop in care packages, which are airdrops. It has, I have this all written down over here. Zombies that drop it are the firefighter zombies. It has 11.8% chance to drop with them. And then the ranger zombies have a 2.6. The military zombies have a 8.1. Then the research zombies has a 2.6% chance. You can find the filters at the fire stations, the ranger HQs, and then the research places. I will go ahead and go into the fire station here. They should also spawn in here. I don't know if the filters are gonna spawn, which is inconvenient. But yeah, it has most of them. The fire station has the highest percent chance to drop the filters, which is at 2.8, unless you killing zombies. And then also the firefighter zombies have 11.8% chance to drop it. But yeah, now you can also do, if you don't want to get the filters, if you don't want to craft the find the filters, you can also craft them with the 3D printer. So if we show down here, 3D printer filter, it's going to cost 15 coal, 3 polymer, 3 fabric, and 1 glue. and you'll get a 3D printed filter. It works the same as a regular filter. Alright, next item are the key cards. So I will go ahead and see y'all over there with the key cards. Everybody, before we go into the key cards, I wanted to stop at Fort Mojave. At the hangars they have here is one of the best places to get card parts. This is how I completed both of my Bearman quest in the safe zone to find card parts. This is one of the best places to find them. It has everything: steering wheels, gearboxes, catalytic converters, spark plugs, steering wheels. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the key cards. I will meet you over there, everybody. So next would be the key cards. There are 3 key cards: tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. The tier 1 key card and tier 2 key card are found at Fort Mojave, which is down here. They are found either item spawning, which is on the ground, and keycard 1 has a 0.7 and keycard 2 has a 0.7% chance of spawning. They can be dropped from zombies, which tier keycard 1 has a 0.9% chance and tier 2 has a 0.4% chance of spawning. And then they both can be found in airdrops, and tier 1 has a 1.9% chance spawning in airdrops, and tier 2 has a 0.9% chance spawning in airdrops. And then for the tier 3 key cards are found inside tier 2 dead zones, which would be these yellow ones found around the map. So next on the list are airdrops, airdrop cores. So let's get into it. Alright everybody, next is the airdrop cores, which has a 2.2% chance of spawning in the reactor here in Fort Mojave, and then it has a 1.6% chance of spawning in the different research places. Then it has a 0.2% dropping in any of the different spawn locations, so like in lockers and stuff. And then the mega zombie here at Fort Mojave has a 12.2% chance of spawning. Alright everybody, so right down here where I'm located on the map is Fort Mojave's reactor. So we'll go ahead and go down here, and this is where the airdrop has a 2.2% chance of spawning, the highest out of all this area. Alright, so here is the airdrop core. It looks just like this, and you use the airdrop. I have a video, I'll leave that also linked down in the description. You use the airdrop cores at these locations right here. So what you'll do is you'll walk up over here, you will use your airdrop core there, and then the airdrop lands towards the end of the arrow. I think there are 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them positioned through all out the map. So next on the list would be the detonators. So I will go ahead and cut to when I'm showcasing that. So next on the list is the detonator, which can be found at Fort Whitney, where I'm at right here. You'll talk to this NPC and he'll teleport you in there. Alright everyone, so in order to get into Fort Whitney, you'll need, or Mount Whitney, I call it Fort Whitney because it's a military base. That might be what it's actually called, I'm not sure. But in order to get into there, you'll need biohazard gear. And biohazard gear is found in the subway stations in San Francisco and Oakland. And they are at the yellow dots. You'll go in there. It is a dead zone, so you will need a gas mask. But Fort Whitney is a tier 3 dead zone, so I would bring a tier 3 key card when you go in it. But Fort Whitney has a 1.8% chance and 8.5% chance of having the items spawned on the ground. depending on the location. The zombies there has a 1.9% chance of dropping. You can also get the detonator at the police stations, at the SWAT stashes, and those have a 0.5% chance of spawning. And you can also get the detonator throughout the bunkers. So all the yellow dead zones, you can get the detonator. And so next on the list would be the Rebreather. So I will go ahead and jump into that. Alright everyone, so the next item on the list is the Rebreather. It is found throughout the coastline, right here. All down here at the different towns. And it has a 5.6% chance of spawning at the item stash locations. Or you can buy it at Mateo, which is a fishing embassy at the Oasis and at this safe zone up here. And you get it, the only way to get the Rebreather from him is doing his quest line. Alright everybody, that's it for the video. If y'all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.